Hey, my name is Shoham, and I am posting my first video today, and it's going to be all about personal branding. At least a flavor of personal branding that I call intentional branding at our agency. All right, so I have a ghostwriting and personal branding agency. We help founders and agency owners build their brands on X or Twitter. All right, and we have driven over 35 million impressions and helped our clients scale to tens of thousands of followers, as well as sign deals with nine-figure brands just off of pure content. All right, so today we're going to be discussing something that's going to be important for you if you're a business owner or founder of any kind and want to scale your influence online so that you can drive more traffic to your projects, your businesses, and your agency, build authority in the industry, and so on. All right. And this is the exact strategy that Iman Gadzhi uses, which I discovered after studying tens of hours of his videos. All right. And this is something that has worked for our clients and scaled our 6 to 8 figure founders and agency owner clients inside our own agency. And you're getting this today for free. All right. So pay attention. Now, what we call personal branding is nothing but intentional branding. All right. There are lots of people out there who will teach you to grow your followers, to go viral. All of that doesn't matter if you're going viral and building a wrong audience. All right. That is the key difference between building a brand and building an account. Intention. All right. And this is a philosophy we follow in our agency, and this is a philosophy that Iman Gadzhi follows, which has generated him over $100 million from his personal brand. All right. And let me break it down for you. The three components that make up a good personal brand. The third one is optional, but yeah, let's get right into it. So, intentional branding is all about building a brand with a clear goal in mind, with a intention. Okay, you are not putting out content or videos or whatever with the plan of just having it go viral and get a bunch of followers. You're putting out content there to achieve a certain goal. You have certain intention behind putting out your content, and that's the exact philosophy that I follow at our agency. All right, and there are three components, as I mentioned, which leads to an intentional personal brand, and the result is a niched audience that is very loyal to you, very engaged, and traffic as a result, which you can drive to all of your businesses, your landing pages, your offers, and generally build authority in the industry and be known. I have done this many times, and I'm going to show you the three exact steps you need to take. Number one is have a clear goal. All right. The reason most people fail to build a personal brand is because they don't have a goal behind it. They just post content randomly all throughout the year, and then it's like a broad audience that has no purpose, and as a result, it achieves nothing. All right. So the first step you need to take is build and have a goal in your mind. All right. The goal can be to get leads. It can be to get uh, it can be just to generate traffic to your landing pages. It can be to build authority, but you need to have a goal. Otherwise, it's pointless. All right. So that's the first step towards building an intentional personal brand as opposed to an account or going viral or getting 10. I'm not saying going viral is bad. I'm saying going viral with the wrong type of things are bad. All right. Because it builds you an audience that has no use for you. So build your account, post content with a goal in mind, have an intention behind it. All right, that's step number one. Step number two is having a unique angle. All right, some people may call this positioning, some people call this having a big idea that you're known for, or having, or the flavor of your brand. I call this the angle because it's simple, and you need to have one unique angle, one defining key trait that nobody else in your industry has. All right, and it's not that hard. You might think that it's really hard, but it's not. look around. Let me tell you how you can have a unique angle that you're known for. One big idea, your vibe, so to say. How do you find that? All right, so it's very simple. First, list down all the things you are good at, all right? And then list down all the things your competitors are known for. Whatever you are good at, but your competitors aren't talking about, is your angle, all right? Let me give you a very clear example right now. Lots of people may talk about personal branding and they don't know more about it. Uh, they will talk about how to grow faster, how to gain this followers, how to gain this many impressions. All of that is fine, but does it achieve the goal of the brand, right? So that's the number one defining indicator of success. And you need to have a unique angle for your content, just like I do. So I talk about intentional personal branding as opposed to account growth or going viral, right? Intentional personal branding. That's the difference, and that's my angle. And that's something we have successfully used at our agency to help our clients. It's not some ether in the air. It's not some fluff, right? It is something real. That angle has to be real and something you're good at, right? So for us, it's intentional branding. For you, it might be a unique way of running ads that your competitors aren't doing, and as a result, you are getting more results compared to your competitors. For example, one of our e-com clients, he had he was running Facebook ads, and he didn't just run Facebook ads. He had a holistic process to run ads that his competitors weren't using. Okay, and we called that the ad bridge system. So that's the name we gave it, and as a result, he was known for that. All right, and he landed many clients from that, all with inbounds. All right, so the first thing you need to nail down after you get a goal in your mind or an intention about where your brand is headed is your unique positioning or the angle you're going to be taking. All right. So what do you want to be known for? And this doesn't need to be some big flashy thing. It needs to be something unique to you and something that's catchy, like the ad bridge system or even intentional branding, and something that separates you from your competitors at the same time. All right. So that when people think of you, they think of that. And as a result, you play in a market of one. All right. So that's number two about intentional branding. And then number three is optional, but highly recommended for channels like X or LinkedIn or the new Instagram threads, though not for YouTube. And that is traffic, or rather traffic generation. All right. This is extremely important. I cannot tell you how many people post good content some of the times and yet fail to build any kind of brand on these writing platforms because they're completely, uh, they completely ignore the need to generate traffic for their post. All right. So when you're small, you're starting out, you have 1,000 followers, you have 100 followers, you have no followers. And I have built people from 80 followers to 10,000 followers and taken people from 2 or 7 followers to thousands of followers. So I know, okay, this works for any stage of your growth. You need to be able to drive traffic to your content. All right. There is no point posting if you cannot drive that traffic to your content, right? How do you do that? You make friends on platforms like X, LinkedIn, even Threads. You make friends. You buy engagement. That is the thing. But do not buy the wrong kind of engagement, all right? That will drown your brand and ruin it for good. I have seen so many people who have gotten tens of thousands of followers on the wrong content with the wrong traffic. Let me tell you what that means. They post things like, hey, this is Naval. Here are his top 10 most insightful ideas. And then they go on to list down the ideas of Naval and Reddit thread about that. And guess what? That thread will go viral, and that person might get retweets from some kind of philosophy account. You see these on Twitter a lot. or X as it's now called, and sure, you get a bunch of followers, but they're dead. They care nothing about you. So you built an account, but you did not build a brand, and you definitely did not build a personal brand that um, where people care about you and know about you. All right, you built Nawaz brand in this case. All right, so if you want to buy traffic and engagement, buy the right kind of traffic. So let's say if you're building in the e-com niche, go figure out who are the top players in that segment, and then buy traffic from them. All right, like repost, comments, whatever, depending on LinkedIn or Twitter, etc. And other ways to just engage. So find people in that niche and engage with their accounts and make friends with them so that they engage back, and ensure you generate traffic. This is the most important thing after having an intentional goal in your mind to build your brand. All right, if you do not have traffic, you might as well not post, because nobody's seeing it, and that is equivalent of not posting, right? So this is optional and depends on the platform, but if you're building on X, you need to be putting out a good quantity of posts, intentional posts which talk about a unique angle. All right, so that's number two. Intentional posts with uh, a unique angle that's specific to you and that's something you want to be known for, and then drive traffic to them. That is number three. All right. So this is the three-step process that you can use to build an intentional personal brand to drive growth to your business and build authority in the industry. And this is the exact same strategy that Iman Gadzhi uses. And he built such an intentional personal brand that he has generated close to $100 million, or somewhat over it now, I think, from his personal brand, in addition to driving traffic to his software businesses and now his latest tech company that he has invested in. So it is very important for you to first get a goal, which is become intentional about what kind of brand you want to build. Then think of a unique angle that's specific to you and you want to be known for. And don't get scared of this. You can change this as you evolve as a brand. But first of all, nail down a unique angle right away. And then for platforms like LinkedIn and X, nail traffic generation or posting is futile. For YouTube, there are other things that matter, like thumbnails and the title. But for X, which is where we work with and we work for our clients um, at IB Media, traffic generation is essential. So if you're building a personal brand, follow these three steps very carefully and to the T. And I can guarantee to you that you'll build a terrific personal brand that will achieve all the goals you have for it. All right. Now, if you want to work with us, then look at the link in the description and you can book a consultation with us to figure out what kind of brand you want to build. And we have both done for you and done with you services where we can either take it completely off of your hands, like we have done for so many of our clients, or we can give you consultation on your brand strategy and how to grow it, how to get the right kind of audience, and so on. All right. So for that, click the link in the description and have a good one.